So now we were talking about how this experience has been like for you, and you saw the increase in attention from the case as it progressed. What did you make of that?
It was a surprise. We knew when the court made the decision to have cameras in the courtroom that it would engender a lot of interest, but it just, as you said, it seemed to build more and more, and we had to keep focused, obviously, on our mission and trying to win the case.
I'm sure you've seen Elaine Brederhoff's comments after the verdict saying that the jury was tainted by the publicity, that there was suppressed evidence. What's your reaction to that?
I was really disappointed to hear that because she's a very good lawyer, very experienced.
Oh my God, he's being so nice. He's being so nice. Rewind. Wow.
And we had to keep focused, obviously, on our mission and trying to win the case.
I'm sure you've seen Elaine Brederhoff's comments after the verdict saying that the jury was tainted by the publicity, that there was suppressed evidence. What's your reaction to that?
I was really disappointed to hear that because she's a very good lawyer, very experienced. And
experienced, yes, but like her in the courtroom, I don't know if I would consider her a good lawyer. I don't know. She was like, there's a lot of things that she did that I was just like, what the hell, Elaine? Some of the questions she asked. Let's put aside the microphone thing, you know, maybe that's just like an old lady thing, she just kept forgetting to turn on her microphone. But like, I don't know, man, when she did the redirect after Amber Heard was crushed by Camille Vasquez, she completely blew the redirect. And some of the questions that she asked were just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know about Elaine being a great lawyer, but she got good experience, I guess.
It seemed to cast aspersions on the jurors' integrity because, as you know, they took an oath not to watch social media, and there's no reason to believe that they didn't. So to hear such a baseless claim was disappointing.
And what about the idea of suppressed evidence?
That was absurd. I mean, as you know, there are rules of evidence, and both sides had evidence that was excluded for proper evidentiary reasons.
I don't know, Elaine, was she the most expensive? I have no idea.
And I'm sure you've also seen that before you came on to do some interviews today, Amber Heard's representative came forward and said this was unprofessional, it's a victory lap. I want to give you the opportunity to respond to that.
Yeah, again, I mean, this is kind of a case of a pot calling a kettle black. Ms. Brederhoff went on some of the morning shows the day after the verdict to put her spin on it. So if she has a problem with that, then she should look in the mirror.
Do you think that was there a point during the trial when you said, I think we got this, I think we're winning this, or maybe even towards the closings?
We didn't want to be presumptuous enough to think that we were winning because it's very hard to read the jury, but we did think that Johnny's direct testimony and his performance on cross was excellent, and we also were happy with Camille Vasquez's masterful cross-examination of Amber Heard. And we think the contrast there was one of them was willing to take accountability, and one of them appeared less willing to be accountable for certain things and appeared to have convenient answers for everything.
Convenient answers for everything.
We felt that we had shown the contrast we wanted to, and then in closing, we felt that we were able to recapitulate it and remind the jury about what they'd heard over 6 long weeks.
Yeah, they did such a good job. Hi, Nit. How are you doing today? I think Amber Heard being recalled as a rebuttal witness was such a bad idea. They shouldn't have brought Amber Heard on there because she got demolished ×2 by Camille Vasquez. Oh, man, that was just like a bad way for her to end her side of the rebuttal. No, Frosted Flakes are gross. Ew. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is disgusting. Ew. Hi, Nit. How are you doing today? Queen Camille. I love you, Mr. Chill. His answers are extremely professional. Nah, I don't think Johnny likes Elaine. I think Elaine has been Amber's lawyer since 2016 maybe, right? So Johnny knows what Elaine's been up to behind the scenes with Amber, What cereals do I like? Okay, well, the ones that you guys all named were just disgusting, okay? I either like plain cereal, like Chex. Chex is really good. Kix is really good. Cheerios is really good, but not the honey nut one because that's freaking disgusting. It's too sweet. And then when it comes to sweet cereals, I like to mix it. So I like to mix like Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, and Cookie Crisp together. And then I also put Chex in there to neutralize the flavor a little bit because I don't like if it's too sweet. So that's what I like. And you know what? Sometimes I'm right and sometimes you're wrong. Old man cereal. People will say that I like cardboard cereal. But, I do like the sweet ones too. I like Fruity Pebbles. Cookie Crisp were really fucking bomb. Cocoa Puffs were good. So, amazing. Do a tier list for cereals. Well, everything else would just be like D list except for my choices. There you go. I just saw her spokesperson's response to JD's TikTok. Yeah, I made a video about it because I realized it after I streamed and I already washed off my makeup. So, yeah, I saw that and I was just like, man, Amber, they just can't leave it alone, can they? He made a TikTok. Just let him do his thing. Come on now. Oh, gosh. Anyways.
So that was our goal, and we felt...
So let's go back. What are grape nuts?
We wanted to. And then in closing, we felt that we were able to recapitulate it and remind the jury about what they'd heard over 6 long weeks.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is disgusting. I think Jake went to, like Costco or some shit, and they bought like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he like ate it all like in a very short time period. I'm like, gross. I like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk, but it tastes kind of like horchata, so I'd rather just get horchata. But yeah, no thank you. Honey Nut is too sweet, but Fruity Pebbles, which might as well just be pure sugar, isn't it? But I like, okay, so I'm also a very visual person. I like how it's rainbow colors. But that's why, Yoda, I said that when I mix my cereals, I have to balance it out with Chex. I can't just have the cereal sweet by itself. It's too sweet for me. I have to put like something neutral, like Chex in there to neutralize the flavor a little bit more and make it less sweet. Frosted Flakes are gross, yuck. I like Corn Flakes though, which is like basically Frosted Flakes without the frosted.
So that was our goal, and we felt happy about the way the evidence came in.
Let's talk about Johnny on the stand. So the day that he takes the stand, I'm sure you were prepping him. If you can, was he nervous? Were you guys nervous? I mean, this is your guy taking the stand.
We were nervous in the sense that he writes he writes his scripts when he is performing roles. And this is no different. I mean, we had suggestions as any attorneys would, but ultimately what he says is all in his own words. So we strongly believed that he was going to be consistent with everything and truthful. And so in that sense, we weren't that worried about him, and he didn't have to be reminded about dates and events. I mean, his memory is quite clear about what happened and what did not happen. I thought he was terrific.
Clap, 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 clap. Okay, if any more Ben Chu interview comes up, let me know.
Now, you mentioned Amber Heard on the stand and Camille doing the cross-examination. Was that a strategic decision to have her to do that?
Yeah, she's a wonderful lawyer. We had split the deposition of Ms. Heard. I had taken 2 days.
Aww.
Ms. Vasquez had taken.
Ben Chu is trending. Camille Vasquez is trending. Wait, Ben Chu is trending under entertainment. Camille Vasquez is trending under celebrity. Oh, gosh.
Ms. Heard, I had taken 2 days. Ms. Vasquez had taken 1. Frankly, I thought her examination was far more effective than mine. And so it was an easy choice for her to do the cross. And I think she did a masterful, and I'm very proud of her.
Was she nervous at all?
She did such a good job.
I'm sure she was, but she hit it well. I mean, we just told her, take your time, enjoy this. And I think she did. I think she took a very big responsibility, and I think she hit it out of the park.
Was there something that stands out to you about that cross-examination? One point in particular, you said, I think Ms. Heard just dug herself into a hole.
There were several, I think, and mostly what we were setting out to do in the cross was to use her own words. In other words, not try to trick her, not try to demonize her, as has been suggested by the other side, but to take her own statements and confront her with those. We played a lot of the audios in which she's telling Mr. Depp, I didn't punch you, Johnny, I just hit you, which is a distinction that I think confused a lot of the jury, the difference between getting hit and getting punched. I think from Johnny's perspective, it's really the same thing. So that kind of thing, I think those, confronting her with her own audio tapes, I think was an effective technique because, again, there didn't appear to be a lot of accountability or recognition of what everybody was hearing.
Yeah, those audio tapes, man. Holy shit, those audio tapes were bad. Low in Crime Network. Oh, the fist pump moment. Okay, let's listen.
When she took the stand and she mentioned Kate Moss, our video camera caught you doing a fist pump. Can you walk us through what that was?
Well, there was an instance in which Ms. Heard actually did admit to punching Johnny, and that was what we call the staircase incident. But her explanation for that was she had to punch Johnny because she was convinced that but for her punching Johnny, Johnny would have pushed her sister Whitney down the stairs the same way she had heard that he had pushed Kate Moss down the stairs. I lost my composure for a moment and did a fist pump because I knew that was not true. But that then put a lot of pressure on us because we really had to come up with the goods. And fortunately, Ms. Moss came forward. And this is a woman who's never testified, ever, for any reason, a very private person.
Yeah, Kate Moss coming out of the woodwork.
Very successful person. And she wanted to correct the record, and she did so quite explicitly. She said that Johnny had never pushed her down any stairs. He'd never hit her. He'd never kicked her during their 3-year romantic relationship. And we thought that was another important moment as well, because it debunked a defense to what otherwise appeared to be an instance of violence.